Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Cao Yang, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in about migrate to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side, so once all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, so finally, since the last announcement about the transition, the changeover from the global talent to the national innovation visa. Now today is the 6th of December 2024. It's actually out. Now I did not expect it. It only gave the transitional period about 5 days, five to 6 calendar days. That's not much. That's not long for a lot of these people who wanted to submit global talent. But anyway, today you cannot no longer submit global talent directly, but we need to wait for the system update that's going to take place tonight, and then I believe it will resume back to the traditional expression of interest. And obviously the new national innovation visa is out today. So this video is all about the new NIV, the new national innovation visa. So let's have a look. We understand that the previous business investors and innovation visa, the BIT program, has closed. Now, as you can see that from the news announcement there, I don't feel there's anything in regard to the replacement of the BIT program. Then obviously we understand that BIT program will be merging with the global talent into the national innovation visa, but once we checked the national innovation visa, there is nothing relates to anything talking about the investment options that you can actually get the visa, or having a business options that you can have a visa in Australia anymore. So I believe that will basically meant, and that's probably why they had invited a direct application for global talent for the past 5 days, because if we look at the migration planning program, let me just go that over there. Now for the 2024 and 25, we have 4,000 allocated to the global talent, but 1,000 allocated to the BIT program. Now what happened to that 1,000 now? Obviously that has been merged into the global talent, well, so-called the national innovation visa, and that's probably why the reason that we have the short period of option that had been opened up for people to actually launch global talent visa directly, because there's no more investment options as from compared to the traditional BIT program or the 1AA program. Anyway, let's continue on. So the new visa, the new national innovation visa will be well, basically the direct application is going to be prior the 6th of December, and then now it's all the national innovation visa. So I have refreshed the Legend.com this morning. Yes, it's out. As you can see, it's not really innovative. Yeah, I should say, you know, they didn't even change the subclass 858, because I think if you need to change the subclass number, you need to go through Parliament, not just introduce an instruments, which is a very complex to actually explain. I'm not gonna do that in this video. So they rather do that, they just change the name. So it was global talent, and then they changed the name to national innovation. It's not really innovative. And if we're looking into the actual piece of legislation, it's all the same. You gotta be in the professional, sport, art, academic, research, prominent in the area, asset to a Australian community, no difficulty to get employment. You gotta get nominated. So we previously talked about the Grattan Institute recommended to remove the nomination, but the nomination is still there, so you still need to get nominated. And the nominator, again, I have been through some of the query. Some people just don't understand. They just find any Australian just to sign a nomination for. No, that doesn't work. The nominator has to be so-called the national reputable level in the field of your expertise or your talent field. Okay, so for example, if you're you're in the energy sector, you got to find somebody who's in energy sector who is Australian, who is at the national reputable level. Okay, you cannot just find a staff working in a power plant, you know, and he's just a technician. That won't work. Okay, you got to be at national level. All right, so the law, basically, from what I see, did not change. The only change here is the name. They remove the global talent and replace a national innovation. So people will think, why are we bothering doing this then? But they do have a new direction. This is the direction number 112. Now it's really hard to read it from like this, and it's very difficult, but what I have done is I put it into a better format that I've done it by myself. Well, I basically copy and paste, but formatted properly so you can actually read better. Let me just magnify that a little bit better. So I will just explain as I go. Okay, so this is the new requirement for the National Innovation Visa. As you can see, direction number 112, Migration Act 1958, under the section 499. I'm gonna skip that there. This does just the brief of when the commencement. So you can see commencement on the 6th of December 2024. So that's today. That is right on. So from now on, everything has changed. Now it's still gonna be under subclass 858. Okay, and then there's a way to direction does not apply to applicant and even remit by AAT. So we can just skip that there. The detail here. Let's have a little bit read about the preamble here. Australian Skill Visa Program are designed to select people who will make positive contribution to the Australian economy. Within the subclass 858, is a small program focused on high caliber, talented migrant who can drive productivity growth in the area of national importance. The order of priority considering application is specified in the direction. So this direction is the most important document that you need to know about National Innovation Visa. Now we're going to do a little bit of comparison. Now the previous comparison of the direction for the global talent is a little bit vague. So what happened there was there's too many applicants throwing into expression of interest, but they did not meet the high caliber because they did not really define what the high caliber, what the international achievement should be. In relation to the 858, direction directs a person who applies respective performance, function, exercise or power. We can skip all the explanation of the law, exceptional outstanding achievement, and then we'll have the detailed explanation down there. Now, I want to take a little bit of a look at these high income threshold. It's the same as what we expected from the previous, from a Fair Work Act. So currently it's sitting on 175,000. You got to be above that. Now the most important part is the part 2, consideration application. So let's go to not the most important one, the second most important one. So they talked about how this is set up, and the most important one should be the part number 8. So part 2, number 8. Okay, section so number 1, subsection 2 sets out the priority. It's very strange how they, although it's English, but the logic of legal writing, it's just very strange. So item one basically tells you to go to item 2. Now why would they do that? But anyway, so let's go to item 2, and the direction follow about the paragraph 2A. Not item, so paragraph, sorry. So paragraph 2, subsection 1, that's that one there. The order of priority is as follows. Okay, so the first one is the visa application made an exceptional applicant who are global experts, recipient of a top field international level awards. So this will be the first prioritized applicant. Now, the second applicant, okay, visa applicant who has been nominated by an expert Commonwealth or state or territory government agency under approved form 1000. Now, does that mean the first one do not require form 1000? Yes, we have seen in the previous visa application that they were global talent EOI lodge and get invited without form 1000. However, they are still required to get a form 1000 done. But people in this kind of field international level awards, if they're winning awards internationally, they should be easily identify anyone to actually help them to complete that form 1000. So that basically meant form 1000 is still compulsory, mandatory for the visa, National Innovation Visa NIV 858. Okay, number C, the third prioritized one, visa application made application exception outstanding achievement in the tier 1 priority sector under subsection 8.3 below. So what are the tier 1 sector? Let's go down 8.3 below. Okay, so 3.8.3 is this one here. For paragraph 2A on top, international level award may include but not limited to award in Schedule A. So they just don't, you need to keep jumping. So where is Schedule A? Schedule A is right down the bottom. Okay, here we go. Schedule A, so international award will be Nobel Prize. So, but you gotta check this, the sentence here. International level award may include, but not limited to. That means these are not the final list, so they can be any other. But it's got to be a Nobel Prize, Breakthrough Prize, any awards, Fields Medal, Chern Medal, Abel Prize, L'Oreal, UNESCO Award for Women in Science, Turing Award, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. So this is not the ultimate list, but this just as a reference for you to actually keep there. Okay, so that's priority tier 1. Okay, then tier 2, the fourth prioritize is the exceptional outstanding achievement on tier 2 on the subsection 8.4. Now 8.4 will be down here, okay, and talk about a 2C. So you need to go jumping like that. For paragraph 2C, a tier 1 sector are the following. I think this is wrong, should be 2D. Anyway, because this doesn't correlate. So it talks about the sector will be critical technology, renewable. That's basically what we have known for many for previous. I mean, I'm sorry, this should be 2C. 2C will be this one here, and that will be the. So this is drafting a little bit of error there. Critical technology, renewable, and health will be the tier 1. Okay, will be the tier 1. So as you can see, this is from the tier 1. And then number 5 for the tier 2, that correlates the fourth prioritize. Tier 2 will be in the sector of the agri-food, defense, education, financial, infrastructure, transport, and resources. So that's how you read this stuff. It's just pretty bizarre and complicated. And number E is all other applications. So I'm not too sure. You need to present your matter case by case. So assessing the exceptional outstanding. Now this is also important because they actually define this now. In the previous global talent, there's no definition on all these ones. So decision makers should not use the factor specified in this direction as a checklist, but it should be do it as a reference. Okay. That's what it means. So you don't bluntly just follow word by word, but you should use this as a reference. So it says should not use, because there's a lot of different type of global talents out there. The list factor are intended to guide the decision maker make when considering how assessing high caliber talent. And let's have a look. Decision maker should assess the balance exceptional, considering applicants against all factors, and considering any other relevant information provided by the applicant. So that's I usually recommend my client to provide as much as possible. Okay, number 3 In considering international recognized exceptional outstanding achievement, decision makers should have regard demonstrating multiple achievement, which may include but not limited. So key word here is you need to have multiple achievement. You cannot just have one. However, if that one achievement is huge, it's globally known, for example, AI, some breakthrough in AI, whatever it is. Okay. Receive national research grant in Australia or overseas. So that's just giving you a reference in indicating that the individual type of their field of talents. For example, from Australian Research Council, Department of Education accelerated grant or other similar level of grants, or equivalent grant from other countries such as UK's and EU, United States, and B, holding a PhD at high-level academic influence, and that PhD has to be in the, for example, in the journal, Nature, Lancet, and whatever that publication that's going to be in for whatever the sector or field of expertise. A high H index of their stage of career, for example, early career research with a H index of 14. So this is just a reference. You don't follow this word by word. So just follow the level. They want this kind of level of talent. So in the previous global plan, they don't have this kind of reference to actually reflect with. Research based on the top global university. So top 100 global university, world university. And C, recent keynote appearances at high-profile international conference, for example, all these international semi-con, things like that. So symposium, having recognized their intellectual property, patents. Okay, some people get a lot of patents. Earning about high income threshold. So high income threshold, we have explained that has to be above 175,000 for the year of 2024 and 25. There's written communication in Australian employer offering employment. Or primary applicant current earnings. So usually they will demonstrate by current earning, because it's very hard for you to actually get an offer from an Australian employer unless you're very, very talented. Okay, and also the other key here is that as you know, Australia is really lack and behind in the high tech field. So you probably can't even find the right employer to actually offer you that at the same equivalent level that the Northern Hemisphere's company could actually offer. So usually, I think 80% you'll just demonstrate your current earning there. Number 4, in considering exceptional outstanding achievement, applicant cover A to B. A to B is let's go back to it. 8 to B. So that's for talking about the Form 1000 nominations. So scroll down. The decision maker should have regard broader range of achievement and can include but not limited. That means you can use the following as a reference. Okay, achieve list of 9.3. 9.3 is basically what we have just read. 9.3. So down there. So we just gone through that. Top field of the sports or arts or war. Evidence on innovative business activities such as significant angel investor with established track record of support successful innovative venture, or having led international repute companies of their IPO. Okay, evidence of promise and entrepreneurial activity that will lead to commercialization of product services. So IPO is a key, and commercialization is also the key in Australia, particularly linked to state or territory-based startup incubator. Action by individual provide exceptional service to the Australian community, including outstanding work in establishing organization, improve community cohesion or well-being. Australian, not too sure how this actually refers. How do you improve the community cohesion? I don't know, in the field of the national innovation. For example, in health, perhaps they are giving out. But health, you need to go through TGA or FDA. You cannot just bring a drug and then start injecting the drug to the community. I don't know. This probably will come out in the future with cases. Other exceptional achievement context of the supporting agency strategy priority. Not too sure what this means. Other exceptional achievement in the context of supporting agency strategic priorities. So agency will mean, well, we're going back there out up there, 8.2 is it? Here we go. Agency means the expert Commonwealth or state or territory government agencies. So if there is any priority set out by the agency for the strategic priorities, then that will also meet the exceptional outstanding the achievements. All right, decision maker must have regarded any of the other relevant information provided by the applicants when assessing applicants' exceptional outstanding achievements. So and that is it. Now that basically wraps up for the new National Innovation Visa. It's a bit complex because in the previous, as I said, in the if you recall the Global Talent GTI Subclass 858, it only talks about you need to demonstrate that you have international outstanding recognized achievement, but they never really define. There was a definition back in the day of the Subclass 124, but they never really defined it. And after the pandemic, they actually opened up for a lot of the scholar and the academics who actually just graduate from and receiving PhD. So that really doesn't, it's too general, and then the result is too many applications. So and that's why I think the new National Innovation Visa today has more of definition in regard to explanation of all how you actually meet and a demonstrable reference. Again, the direction 112 is not the definite word by word, but it should really work as a reference to all the decision maker, that is the immigration officer. So anyhow, should you have more question query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.